actually can't believe I'm leading with this. Is Taylor Swift entering a new era? Is she back? Main topics of today, like, is Taylor Swift entering a new era? Like, is she coming back? Do we need to understand the music industry a little bit more? Like, what is going on with this BTS documentary that has been released? And also, Benson Boone. I mean, this isn't real. Benson Boone is actually going back on tour. Didn't he just finish his last tour like 5 minutes ago? There is a lot that we need to unpack in today's episode of Press Play. Let's talk about why people think that she might be making a comeback. I mean, this is so fun. Also, major rumours, major speculation, but this is how Taylor works, which is why we need to unpack it. So she went to one of the biggest radio award ceremonies, probably in the world, iHeart Radio Awards last week. Now, and as you guys know, I'm a radio presenter in the UK for Capital Radio, which kind of is basically the same. They mirror each other, but obviously that was in the States. And she has been really quiet. Like, she's been super, super quiet off the back of everything recently. And we always know that that's what Taylor does. Like, she goes through phases where she's like, she's not in your face, she's just everywhere because she's that big. And she's been quiet recently. And obviously she's got the wedding and stuff coming out. And I know that there have been like official announcements around honeymoon and wedding planning. Like, I know that there's been a bit of that noise, but Taylor and her team are very, very cryptic. And it does feel as though a lot of people are talking about what she's wearing, like, because we know every time Taylor comes out, there's like a new era off the back of the awards. It was a big statement for her to be there. And obviously American and British and any radio really has a massive part to play in her career. But to turn up with Travis and to be that public, heavy rumours that she could be back for a new era. If she is, what era do you think it is? If you're buying into this as much as I do, we know what Taylor's like. She dropped clues. Like, is there anything that you think I've missed? Because I'm pretty confident this is Taylor's way of saying, I'm back. And we also know what she's like. Like, just because she's getting married and has a lot on her plate doesn't mean she's going to stop making music. Like, I think off the back of the documentary, we really saw how much she genuinely loves the art of music and the community she creates around her fans. That's what I think the coolest thing about Taylor is. She creates this really like safe space for people to consume her music. And whether you're a Swiftie or not, I think that you can admire how wonderful the creation is. So hats off. Also, her and Travis are just like couple goals. Like, love the way he looks at her. Like, I literally said to my other half, like, look. There's been rumours that she could be collabing with Somber after they were seen at the ceremony. I think it was in the after party. But yeah, I mean, that would be a really cool era, right? I can imagine her teaming up with Somber. Like, I can imagine Taylor Swift and Somber creating a track. I can imagine playing it on my radio show. Like, I can imagine being like, here's Taylor Swift and Somber with da-da-da-da-da. On that note, what do you think the song would sound like? What do you think the era is? Like, I would love to know your thoughts on next era of music, of tour, of chapter for Taylor Swift. I can so imagine her like getting married and being like, here's my new album. And I also feel like Travis will be so here for that. I feel like he loves and values everything she does. I feel like he's a Swiftie. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's a Swiftie, and good for her because she just deserves to be happy. Now we talk about something I absolutely did not see coming, but I'm not complaining at all. Benson Boone announcing Wanted Man Tour 2026. Pardon, also in the way that he did it. If you haven't already, please go and check out the social media videos from, I think the teaser was pretty in fact, pre-sale goes on sale tomorrow. And then full sale is Friday. So yeah, he really is the talk of the town right now. And just before we go there, right? Like, it happened really fast. Like, was on the radio and I opened my phone and I was like, oh my God, Benson Boone has just done a teaser of his previous tour, like a video of like a roundup of the best moments of his previous tour. And now he's saying that there's an announcement coming, and then, which was kind of like a lot of speculation. A lot of people went straight to tour. I definitely went straight to tour. And then he dropped the most interesting video announcement of the fact the Wanted Man Tour 2026 was coming, and it has like got a bit of a mixed opinion. I think Benson Boone is brave. I think that's how I would sum him up. I feel like he's got an air of like, well, Freddie Mercury, like the Queen era about him, where he's quite brave. He pushes himself. He pushes his character. And again, we're of similar age. I think he's a couple of years younger than me. And I don't know about you, so maybe early 20s. Like, he's still discovering who he is. So I do feel like we should give grace and space and allow Benson to just like explore creatively what he wants to be. But I mean, whoever came up with this teaser, basically, in summary, he's wearing this apron, he's in a kitchen, and he's like kind of like, he's being a chef in a rather interesting way. But I just think he creatively pushes himself 24/7. And I love that about Benson. You know, when I saw him on tour last year, I was actually lucky enough to see when he brought out Brian May, which was one of the most talked about moments probably of the tour. I think he did it twice. And it was the UK version that he did, which was just, it was incredible. Like they did Bohemian Rhapsody. Like I had goosebumps. I have never ever been in a part of a concert. Actually, then again, I did go to Harry Styles' One Night Only in Manchester, but those two were up there of, oh my gosh, like I have been here. This is like legendary. Like to say I have been a part of this feels iconic. It feels like a movement. So I'm really excited that he's going back on tour, but I'm just like, have you had time to sleep? Like, are you eating okay? Like, do you need a rest? Like, feel free to go and get in a bath for 5 minutes and put your feet up, but Benson's back. So good for Benson. What do you think though? That's the most important. Like, are you okay with how he has probably creatively gone in a slightly different direction from, I don't know. Do you feel it's different? Do you feel it's a different direction? That's what people are saying online. So I'm just curious as to whether you agree with me, or whether you feel it's very, very like Benson style. I'm just here for people being themselves. Like that's what makes me happy is whatever video he dropped, like if as long as it felt genuine and authentic to like who Benson is, then yeah, I'm so here for it. What about you? Lastly, we need to talk about the BTS documentary that's dropped. I won't ruin it for you. It's recently come out on Netflix. And again, I think go and have a watch of it. I think it's really given us an insight into how the music industry can be quite brutal and burnout. And, you know, if you're anything like me, I really do have an appreciation for the genuine art of music. And I do really care about these artists. Like, I feel as though I try and buy into them creatively from start to finish rather than moment to moment, social media post to social media post, because it just doesn't, you know, they never signed up for that. They signed up for us to like buy into their music rather than a very fast-paced 2026 that we live in. And I think the BTS documentary highlights like how intense being an artist is, the workload, the grind never stops, the constant like being on. You know when you have a bad day and you just want to hide under a pillow? Like we all have it. I have them like all the time. And I'm sure there might be moments in your world where you do. And hopefully you have like safe enough spaces to be able to do that as and when you need to. And it does feel as though the music industry is very, very intense. And yeah, go and watch the documentary. Let me know what you think, because part of me was just like, you know, speaking of Benson, speaking of Taylor, like they're just constantly like on. And it does feel like it sparks a bit of a conversation around artists in the music industry and how hard they have to work. If you haven't seen the documentary, check it out. If you have, that was my biggest takeaway. Let me know if you agree. Absolutely loved it. But my heart was just like, wow. If you love music just as much as I do, hit subscribe, and we will have a catch up next week about whatever pop music wants to bring us, because we have said it since the start of the year, since we properly started doing these like weekly sessions together. 2026 is the year of music, and I feel like I can just about keep up, and it is literally like all I consume. So loving the fact that we get to hang out each week. Thank you, by the way. Thank you if you do watch each episode and drop me a like, drop me a comment, drop me a follow, drop me a message. Like, it genuinely means so much. We not long ago hit 1,000 subscribers, and like, yeah, thank you. Love you being a part of this, and yeah, it just wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you for being here, really, because otherwise I would be speaking to no one. Let me know your thoughts, because that's the most important thing, and I will catch up with you next week.